So, now, two family hatchbacks, the Ford Focus and the Volkswagen Golf. Both have 5 doors, both have 1.6-litre engines, and both cost around £12,000. That's how much family hatchbacks cost. Or do they? You see, on Top Gear, we found one that you can buy in Britain, no tricks, brand new, for less than £9,000. This is it. It's the Citroen Berlingo Multispace, and I admit, it's a curious-looking thing. That's because it started out in life as a van. All they've done is add some windows here, sliding door, some snazzy seats where the cement used to go, and hey presto. Garnish it with some metallic paint, some alloy wheels, and you can even have a diesel version for £8,995. Thing is, though, are you getting what you pay for? Is it like cheap wine? Will you wake up with a headache? Well, to find out, I took it down the M20 to the Booze Borough for a trip to those supermarkets of Calais. First impressions are that I'm driving a van. It's quite echoey in here and not terribly refined. Most central locking systems, for instance, these days they go bzz or but listen to this. It's very uncouth. In essence, then, the Berlingo is very loud, very Van Halen. But there is a softer Van Morrison option. For the same money, you can have a 1.6-litre petrol engine which develops the same power as a Mark I Golf GTI. With that under the bonnet, this would feel much more like a normal car. But how many normal cars have you ever come across that have got green dashboards with green dials? And how many normal cars are there with 5 glass panels in the roof? And these roof bars which swivel sideways so you can carry a bicycle. Whatever a bicycle is. No doubt about it, the Berlingo is turning out to be astonishing value for money.
Fortune comes in threes.
It is possible to buy a number of other cars for Berlingo money, but none of them will be this size, none of them will be this well equipped, and none of them will have something that we're really looking for on this new series of Top Gear. It's an X factor. See, this is a perfectly acceptable car, but this, I don't know, it's more than a car somehow. You'd want to bring it in at night, let it sit by the fire. Give it a saucer of warm milk and a little wheel to run around in. It's got the most important thing that a car can have. Character. And now the coal is back in Newcastle. The Berlingo is back where it came from. And I still can't find anything really wrong with it. The turning circle's not much cop and there's a fair bit of road noise. It's not terribly sporty either. But it is very comfortable. Hand on heart, it rides like a Jaguar. I could go on all day giving you swings and roundabouts, but the fact of the matter is, basically, I like it. Right, here we are at one of those Calais hypermarket cash and carry booze warehouse jobs, and boy, have I got the car for the job. Let me show you what I mean. We've got storage space up here, and here above the driver. In the back, there are 2 extra glove boxes, and then if we slide that open, we've got a cubby hole here under the floor, and another one there. Then we simply fold the seats down like so, and we have a cavernous boot. And I haven't finished yet, because if we open the tailgate, there's another overhead locker here for a further 10 kilograms of booze. So, let's shop. want that one, that case there.
It's all terribly exciting, all this cheap booze. But you have to be careful, because if customs suspect you're bringing stuff back that's not for your own personal consumption, they'll confiscate it and your car. And they're currently confiscating 30 cars a day. So I caught up with the shop's owner and his girlfriend to talk about this.
Because I was reading in the paper that if I were to put 500 bottles of gin in the car, which I'm legally allowed to do...
Absolutely.
Customs are so, well, you'd never get through all that.
How can they say that when it was Maggie Thatcher told us to stock our larders up? I mean...
With 500 bottles of gin.
Yeah, but if you drink a bottle of gin a day, that's only a year and a half supply. That's not a lot.
Fizzy Liebfraumilch. I don't think I'll be able to convince customs that's for my personal consumption. No.
Other people were going berserk, perhaps because they didn't like their cars very much. Perhaps they wanted to have them squashed.
Trouble is, I really am very fond of this car, and I don't want customs to crush it, so... There we are. Saved a few quid. Well, pence. Now, I should explain at this point that other vans are available. There's the Fiat Doblo, which is a trifle cheaper than this, but I think I'm right in saying it's the slowest accelerating car that money can buy in Britain today. 0 to 60 is 21 seconds. Then there's the Ford Tourneo Connect. That's over £10,000. You don't even want to think about that, so awful. And then there's the Renault Kangoo. That's OK, but basically it's not as good as this. You have to have